Saturday was our first hut-to-hut evangelism in one of the villages in Malawi. It was our second year here, but you never get used to seeing how different life is, especially in the villages of Malawi. When I say village, I mean red dirt. We went in the winter, which is the dry season, so it's very dry, very dusty. They make their own bricks. They're handmade bricks. Some houses maybe 10 by 10 with straw thatch roofs. And inside those huts, I was privileged to go in one this year. It's not like your house in America. Dirt floor, no table, a lot of times one room. It's just four walls and a place to get out of the weather. They're cooking outside on open fires, hanging what very, very few clothes they have out on lines. Their fences are straw. These people have nothing. No toys, no electricity, no running water. There are wells in the villages, so they pump every ounce of water they need. And they're the kindest, most attentive people who are starving to hear the gospel of Jesus Christ. Starving. They're the most appreciative people. They have nothing. But when you walk up to their village, to their home, they bring out their bamboo mats or their one or two chairs, plastic chairs, wooden chairs, whatever they have, for you to sit on, and they sit on the dirt so you can have that. They're the most giving people who have nothing to give. Malawi is the sixth poorest country in the world, according to, I think, Forbes last year. But they're the most giving people I've ever been around. So we're going hut to hut, sharing the gospel, and our translators will group people together, and we all go separate ways in the villages. Our translators would gather people in, and you'd be talking, and more people would come. And there'd be few in the outlying areas listening to us that may not want to come exactly where we are. But we did that morning. And that afternoon did one of three soccer evangelism camps. So basically there's a team there, a really good team that they have, and they use that to have a soccer match. And at halftime of that soccer match, everyone there is exposed to the gospel. Everyone comes in at halftime, and you speak to these people, and you share Jesus with them. It's something that seemingly can't happen in the States. Imagine a pastor in the middle of a college football game preaching. But that's what they do there. There's a way of life there I'm super jealous of. They don't have the goals and ambitions and things we chase here. And I'm afraid some of those people wander around the villages. There are no cars. They walk around villages for 70, 80 years. They wake up to exist and to figure out a way to provide for their families food, shelter, whatever clothing they can come up with. But there's a kindness and a peace and an openness to the gospel that we don't have here in the States, that I'm really jealous of. We would share the gospel, and our translators would present the invitation for anyone who wanted to accept Christ and get saved. Those prayers are amazing. When you hear their prayers and you see lives changed and you see them accept a message that they have been starving for someone to come share. There's a jealousy there. They have something we don't.